Hi everyone, it's Susan Zheng here. I am the Director of Improv Life Lessons and I'm so excited to be meeting you on the 1st of November for the Health Industry Hub Awards Night. The reason why we partnered up with Health Industry Hub is because it's about being inspired to take bold action and make meaningful change. And that is a really important message that we should all gravitate towards. And here is a really quick improv game that's really simple. You can play this in your organization to find out who in your team and company would be willing to take bold action and make meaningful change. It's called This is a Red Ball. So, really simple. First round, everyone is standing in a circle. One person initiates and they say, this is a red ball. You have this red ball and you walk across the room to someone else and you say, this is a red ball. When they accept it, they say, yes, this is a red ball. That person then passes it on to someone else. Everyone passes the red ball around until each person has had a turn of giving and receiving. So you simply say, this is a red ball. And when you accept, yes, this is a red ball. That's the easy part. That's round one. Round two is where the action happens. What you do is the person who initiates the game will add on 2 items or more, and they will say, this is a bread bowl, like bread and butter. This is a bread bowl. They also add on a red bull. So this is a red bull. Or you can say this is a red bull. So you have a red ball, you have a bread bowl, and you also have a red bull. You're passing on those 3 items around simultaneously across the circle. So at any time, there are those 3 items being passed around. Here's what you look out for. After a few rounds, you pause and you say, okay, now who has the red ball, who's got the red bowl, and who has the red ball? Chances are people will drop items, people will mistake items for other things, and you might end up with 3 bowls or 2 balls. This is the lesson here. Firstly, it's about finding out who in your team is really careful and really conscious when they're passing on a task or passing on a project. In improv, we have a saying, if this is true, what else is true? If this person is likely to behave communicate in a certain way when they're passing on a task or object, what else are they doing when they're also passing on tasks and objects in the office? Do they communicate effectively? Are they really clear with what they're passing on? Do they make sure that the other person has heard and understood them before they walk away? How much intention are they giving when they passing on this object? So that's a really interesting way to find out who is collaborating and who actually wants the group and the goal and the group to succeed. Because ultimately you want all 3 objects intact for the game to succeed and for the group to succeed. The other interesting thing to notice is what's called the bystander effect. Someone else who is standing next to the person might realize if they're passing on a red bowl and it's actually a red ball, they might see that and they might say nothing. People who collaborate in teams will often speak up and say, sorry, I just noticed you're passing on something that actually may need clarification. I think you should be clearer when you make that message. So those are 2 really key things to look out for. Number 1 is who are the actual leaders in your organization? And by the way, the leaders don't have to be the ones that have a title. And how collaborative are they? How willing are they to make sure that everyone has the items intact so that the group succeeds? With improv, we take the equation of what's in it for me, we take that out, and it's about how can we do this together? How can we collaborate? Because when we collaborate, that's when we have more, and that's when we can succeed together. Again, the game is This is a Red Ball, and that's one of the many games that I run in my improv workshops to help organizations build better teams, build trust, and have more effective communication. Really looking forward to seeing you on the 1st of November for the Health Industry Hub Awards Night. They are all about collaboration and inspiration and empowering and connecting with people. And if we all did that, we would be in a much more empowered world. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. See you later.